right now. I think it's time to start recording, and I think it's time to start talking about wrestling. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Growing Up Kayfabe, the Yeet and No Yeet, the yes and no of wrestling podcasts. What's happening?
See the floor, and it's fucking terrible. Because I still haven't put together this fucking nightstand that's supposed to be right here. That's supposed to house all my bullshit.
No, yeah, I see your box nightstand instead.
Yeah, no, that's not even a nightstand. That's for the computer. That's just a computer stand that I still haven't put together.
Oh no.
There, you can kind of see it. Like, hold on, how can I point? There we go. Okay, like right there, that little brown spot.
Yeah,
that's the box of the dresser, and I just haven't. It's been 3 weeks.
That is so funny.
I'm an asshole.
There, it's what is it? What do I call it? It's like I think there's like a word for this, but I just call this like very like neat and necessity, like hoarding, because it's like these are things that are going to become other things in your room, but right now they're just taking up space in box form,
way
and
too much space.
It's not messy. It's messy by default, but it's not like nasty mess. It's nothing wrong with it. Like
it's just a controlled spot that I'm aware of. Mm-hmm. And if you come in here and say something about it, I might hit you with something from that pile. I don't know.
Man, it is the 9/11 of your room. It really is. It's a really controlled conspiracy that man-made by Darnell and Amazon.
Okay. Horrible. Yeah, completely off topic.
For sure.
Yeah. That's my life right now.
It's a good life. It's a good life. Surrounded by boxes isn't the worst.
Yo, shout out to the box trolls.
Shout out to
Still
the box
never
ghost.
watched that movie. Never. Yo, shout out to the box ghost. That fucking idiot, bro.
Beware.
The least threatening ghost there is.
You will fear me. No, we won't. Yeah, guys. This week has been this year
amazing. Amazing.
It's been awesome. It's since this year, it's been the best week since Mania. It's been bar none the best week since Mania. Every show, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, all shows delivered. Monday and Friday being the biggest ones, and Friday being the even fucking the literal go home show. That shit was crazy. Which right off rip, I don't know how true this is because it's just people shooting out reports, but I saw what I guess is a report of how they're going to be doing the Netflix deal, which is like Raw's going to go back to 2 hours and SmackDown's going to be a 3-hour show. Yeah. I'm like, that makes more sense. I don't think either show should be a 3-hour show, but if you're going to do one, make it the Friday show. So, because everybody can stay up late and watch it.
And everyone's shut in, so why not? Mm-hmm. They're going to be there for it.
For sure. If people were already watching a 2-hour show on Friday, they're going to watch, they're more than welcome to, like they're more than willing to be there for the 3-hour show on a Friday. Hell yeah. I'm like looking at my facial hair, like it's uneven. Look, see how this is all like shaky right here, and over here this is just grown in. Is Reese shaving my fucking face in my sleep? What the fuck happened?
Nah, that's just how you sleep, dog. That's just it. Right there. That's how you sleep.
What the fuck? I hate being on camera for this reason. I notice so many imperfections about myself. I'll be like, has my face always been slanted to the right or some shit? Like, you know,
that too is also something that has to do with how you sleep.
Yeah.
Because whatever side you sleep on, it's just fucked.
My left side.
And you only notice it when you're on camera.
Yeah.
You see yourself in the mirror and you're like, what the fuck's going on here? Just like this. Just like, hey, come back up here. What are you doing?
I fucking off topic kind of, but on this topic, I remember once when I was in middle school, these 2 girls came up to me that I knew very well, and they were like, hey Joe, what's going on? And then they tilted their head at the same time, and I was like, nothing. And they were like, oh, okay, what are you doing after school today? And then tilted their head again, and I was like, what's going on? Why are you guys tilting your head? And I was tilting my head, and they were like, do you not notice that you tilt your head a bunch when you talk? And I was like, you know what? I don't fucking like you bitches. How about that? I hate when people point out minor imperfections about yourself or like weird things that you never noticed. And now for the rest of you think for the rest of my life, I haven't noticed that sometimes I'm tilted like this when I'm talking. I'm like, it's fucking crazy.
It's something I've never brought up.
Yeah. Why Joe's head always turned like a doll? I know
Yeah,
it.
nah, I mean, a lot of people people do a lot of shit because I just kind of ignored it for the longest time, but I always like tend to scratch my head when I'm fucking tired. Like, so if I'm tired, I'm scratching my head all the time. And then I've had my mom, especially, and a couple like girls I know. They're just like, you always scratch your head when you're tired. I'm like, I do. I'm like, shit. All right, well, nigga, now you know I'm tired. I don't know what we supposed to do with this information.
Use that to help yourself and myself. Man, Tangent Kings. Monday Night Raw. Yeet. Fucking got hot poo on that thing, Liv Morgan. You got fucking that bitch is crazy right now. It's so funny. Her and
I love it.
Yeah.
But I think my more favorite part is that nobody's really talking about, hilariously enough, she ain't defended that belt.
Nope.
She had that one cage match.
You know, and I bet if you said this,
she's just been fucking with the Judgment Day this entire time.
I bet money if you brought it up to her, like brought it up to creative, and you were like, she hasn't judged that belt, they'd lean in and be like, and she ain't gonna defend it either, and then just later they would just fade back. No, I mean clearly I think now obviously they're gonna set up for Zelina, which is great, but also not great because they're gonna squash Zelina again.
Nah, they can turn it into like a legit. I can't say that word right now. Rivalry.
Yeah, squash isn't the right word. You're right. I just meant like she's gonna lose. Like no way they have Liv Morgan drop it to Zelina when the story is for Liv and everybody else that she's been dealing with.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a little for. But it is great for Zelina so that way she can get that TV time, baby. And Zelina's awesome. I like watching Zelina wrestle. Her entrance is peak. Her fucking in-ring work is great. Again, great stuff. I always forget that she was the match at Backlash against Rhea.
Which Backlash?
Puerto Rico.
Oh, shit! I forgot to either.
Yeah, but it was a great match, and you think about it, you're like, that doesn't seem like it would work well, but it worked amazingly, especially for Rhea because Rhea can toss that bitch around.
Yeah,
and
legitimately toss her around.
Any hoodle-eeler. Otis finally pops on Monday. He shoved the fuck out of Chad Gable. He shoved him like Brock Lesnar shoved DC. Dude, Gable was like, God damn, fucking went flying. And how do you feel about because realistically, it just, we're gonna get to the real ending, but realistically, it just ended with that altercation, and then Otis and them packing up and being like, we're done. That's it. So I don't feel like they need much more else than to just do that, right?
Yeah. Now, Otis and Tozawa become tag team champs.
All right, dial it back, reel it back a little bit. Reel in your pole.
Not reeling it back. That's just what's gonna happen.
Back out.
That's just what's gonna happen.
Otis needs a singles run. He's way more over than Tozawa, and if he sticks with Tozawa, it's just gonna hold him back.
Bro just gotta get nasty with it. That's it.
It really does. If Tozawa starts getting nasty with it again, he'll go over again with the crowd. They'll be like, "Oh shit, he's getting nasty with it. That's nasty."
That's all you gotta do.
I mean, a genuine question. Do you think Tozawa likes being the ninja more, or that's nasty Tozawa? Which one do you think he likes being more?
Neither. He wants to do his own thing.
I think so too. That's why I'm like,
Bro's been stuck in a fucking Vince loop.
Put him in speed.
Forever.
Put him in speed. Make him the speed champion.
He could definitely survive in speed.
For sure. At least,
And not being able to bring the belt on TV type shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Andrade making into Money in the Bank, though.
Yeah, for sure. That was great Money in the Bank picks on each show so far. Each show has had amazing Money in the Bank Money in the Bank wins for qualifiers. But yeah, shouts out Andrade. And I swear to God, I thought they were about to do Ricochet so dirty because on the graphic, it showed Andrade with the speed belt. And I was like, no shot they let him come in here with the speed belt right now. And then he didn't. So I was like, okay, all right, okay. Just making sure.
I feel like we would have seen like a tweet or something from him or Samantha, like, dead ass?
That's how we gonna be? that I think that any disrespect, as long as they don't disrespect Ricochet, like anybody being like, is Samantha, we've already talked about this, but anybody being like, is Samantha gonna go if Ricochet goes? No. But if they disrespect Ricochet, then I feel like, yeah, she might maybe not like her position that much anymore, but they respect her and Ricochet's a lot, you know, regardless of what you think they put Ricochet in. If you're talking about respect in that way, as a person, as a performer, they respect Ricochet. So I don't think they'll do him nasty like that, but it was close. That was right there. They nicked him. What else about Raw? What else was I going to bring up about Raw?
Ben being fucking buried for like the 40th time.
Unreal, man. Unreal. and at this point, we all thought, you know, we've had our speculations of like, okay, well, the Demon's going to come back and then he's going to go against Damian. Now it's looking like Damian's got way too much competition. Finn's not even going to be anywhere near the fucking title picture. It's like, what are we doing?
It makes it better. It's just going to make it just more and more and more better.
Yeah.
And eventually he's gonna do to Damian what Damian was doing to him the entire time he had the briefcase. He's just gonna randomly show up and just fuck him over.
Oh yeah.
And he's sure. Like, I don't know what happened.
I was trying to help. Hey man, I was trying to help out there. Yeah, for sure. Man, it sucks for Finn. They got to start doing something for Finn, because Finn. And here's the other thing too. It's like a weird psychology about wrestling that like, the more you shit on these wrestlers that we all know are really good, the more we start to cheer for them. Bad guy or good guy, the more we're like, yo, put some respect on his name. And sometimes it's a scary thing, because sometimes it's just them shitting on them and putting them further down the pole. And sometimes it's story building.
I'd say it's definitely story building, because he's just going to be a dickhead later on. And it's going to be funny.
I'm saying it right now, nobody in the WWE has a better, like, genuine themselves reaction to stuff than Finn. When Finn's reacting and, like, doing, like, riffs, like, he's just riffing, like, doing, like, background talking, he's so fucking funny. And the way he, like, he's real smooth with things. Like, instead, like, if somebody's coming into frame and you have to acknowledge it, he's not gonna just blankly stare and wait. He's gonna be like, you hear something coming, mate? I smell something coming in the door. Oh shit. Like, he does something to let you know that, like, it's not always, obviously, but, like, he's so good. There's subtle things that I notice that people maybe aren't picking up about Finn, about how good he is, besides being a fucking good wrestler and good on the mic. He's so good in vignettes and backstage and camera work. Man's a beast. Put some respect on my man's name.
He just has to beat Seth, though. That's the, like, biggest problem. Like, if that's a hurdle that he has to get over before the title run, definitely got to beat Seth.
Speaking of Seth comes.
Oh yeah, he fucking came back.
Dude, I love seeing the memes of, like, I think I sent it to you guys, you know, like on TikTok. It was like that girl be like, I was leaving my parents' house for picking up my dog, and then Seth Rollins came out to open the show. And I was like, literally, we were still on camera watching Raw, and I was like walking to the kitchen to go get a drink, and I was like, all right, and all I hear is burn it down. And I'm like, no way! I come running back in, no shot. This is what happens when they can keep a surprise. Everybody loses their mind.
Yeah, I was surprised because I might have been playing something, or I might have been looking at my phone or something. But I didn't even recognize the music at first. Like, I kind of just ignored it. I was like, whatever, just more noise. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. I wasn't expecting him to be back for quite some time.
Yeah.
But I guess that works. Connection interrupted. What the fuck? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Yeah, actually.
Okay. Because I'm working from home and shit just got it. I got a connection thing. Yeah,
okay.
Usually a bad time.
All good on our end.
All right, yeah, that's usually a sign that I'm about to get disconnected for some reason. But or like the internet's about to blow out. But okay, it's back to normal.
Hey, cool. Yeah, and then that good on WWE for properly making the immediate match between him and Damian, because they didn't. That's one of those you don't need. The story building is already there. Seth has built stories with everybody that you can just toss them into stuff and they'll be like, remember when they were doing this? Remember when that happened? Remember this? Seth is in it now. And you're like, yeah, Seth has integrated himself with every single group and person in the show. So, and yeah, him and Damian, everybody wants to see that match. Want to see what it would be really like if they win against each other. Done. Easy money. Don't have to push a promo any further than that.
They literally didn't because they just like Seth. He's like, oh, well, that was easy. Cool. I got a title match. I just got back here.
Again, backstage politics. There's got to be some people back there that like saw Seth show up and be like, "Fuck, fuck." I hope that motherfucker calling his fucking calling their girlfriends, their wives, their moms. No, I'm not. There's no shot I'm getting that bonus this year. No, Seth's back. No, he's gonna have the title 2 more times. And Seth just walking through the backstage. Shut up, Seth.
Yeah, they're gonna. He's gonna definitely lose, though.
Yeah,
he ain't beating Damian.
No. I think this contract, this comeback for him, I think it's gonna be about putting on banger matches and putting people over that need to be put over. You know, like I think if they end up doing like him versus Roman in this time, I think that like they put Roman over because Roman's going to be the baby face. So that's going to be an interesting thing at the time. And I'm just like thinking about it like future matches for him. Like I don't see him winning any like big giant match, just putting on like bangers after bangers after bangers.
He's got to stop doing that.
Yeah, it's so forced. And the crowd never knows when to stop because he hasn't really made a decision. Sometimes he goes long, sometimes he goes short. I'll tell you who went long and short. Braun Breaker. He fucking running around the ring like a fucking lion and then spears Kaiser. Woo!
Who was that match against begin with?
It was supposed to be Braun and Sheamus. And then Kaiser immediately interrupted and started fucking up shit.
So they were having a pretty decent match before.
They were, yeah.
The German came through.
Minus the Braun botch where he fucked up the Frankensteiner and he fell down on the ropes. But shouts out to Braun. He fucked up. He went up for the Frankensteiner for Sheamus, fell down. He, butt went up against the pad, did a backflip off of it by accident, fucking landed down. Sheamus just drops down because he's like, all right, well, this isn't going to happen, so we're dropping. And Braun just gets up and pulls his straps down. He's like, you know what? Fuck this. That was the best thing you could have done in that moment. He didn't freak out or nothing. He just said, he got angry and he pulled the straps down. And I'm like, oh yeah, he's mad. He botched it. And people talking about like, oh, whoever's saying that Jade Cargill needs to go back down to development, what about this? And I'm like, first of all, neither of them need to go back down to development. Stop paying attention to the people who say that shit the second somebody makes a botch. I say that shit about Carmelo Hayes because Carmelo Hayes botches every week. Just about. This week he didn't, this passing week. But every week he botches, and that's why I bring that up about him. But all the rest of them who just hit one botch, it's not about that. But did Braun sell his botch better than everybody else? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And then just Braun's the man. Like, even you got to think about, like, here's the thing about that botch is like, I brought it up. I could tell you were like, oh yeah, I guess he did. Everybody's just thinking about how he fucking split Kaiser in half running around the goddamn ring. That's all anybody's thinking about. It was awesome. The timing was perfect. And shouts out Kaiser, man. I'm so happy for this push that he's gonna get. And him and Sheamus, the rivalry between them is gonna be awesome. Really is. When they officially fight, they gotta make it some like Extreme Rules or TLC or something, because they can't just have that be some regular 1v1 match.
Why not?
Because it'd be better if it was a little bit more brutal, if you let him get a little bit, and also because
showcase the skill work, bro.
For sure.
And he's gonna play dirty either way.
For sure.
He's been fucking that knee up. 2 months.
I think it's because I'm a little like weirded out by Sheamus's new like get beat up style. Like he lets them beat up his chest so his chest gets all red because he's pale white, and then like he does this thing now where he's getting beat the shit out of him, and then like he gets on his knees and then he's starting to do every time he does it. He's done it like 3 weeks in a row now. Gets to his knees, they're beating him up, and he goes, "Come on, you bastard! Is that all you got? Come on!" And I'm like, that's pretty cool too. So I mean, I guess you're right. It's intense either way, but I guess I'm thinking like that. I'm like, I've already seen them do this intensity thing to each other. I think we need to pump those numbers up a little bit. Get some chair shots in there.
To do that, let's just go hit the ref, knock him out. There you go.
Word. Hell yeah. Darnell. They're here. They're here, dog.
They're not, though.
But
everything we saw on Monday was completely fake and fabricated. We were all on drugs collectively.
You know, I gotta just say the internet's so funny sometimes with the way like kayfabe people freak out on things. So like they had taken Gable out of the qualifier match this Monday and like replaced him with.
I've seen them talk about it.
And then when they put him back in, they were like, "Oh, he's clear." And like Adam Pearce, he's like, "Gable's cleared." He's like, "He's cleared. We saw a fucking bullet wound in his fucking head on Monday, and he's cleared." And I'm like,
Jesus.
I'm like, okay, guys, let loose of the fucking, let go of the kayfabe a little bit. Come on, we're all adults here. How's he recover from a fucking gunshot? Explain that, Adam Pearce. Because he's fucking Kurt Gable.
And I just I'm like, where did you see the gun at? Who was holding the gun here, bro?
It did.
Like, bro just got split open. It's okay.
Yeah, it did look like a horrible wound, but I'm like, gunshot? Come on, guys. This face would be blown apart.
Keep it a little bit consistent. You just went off the rails, bro. Damn.
Yeah.
You actually killed him.
Yeah, you guys killed him. You guys kayfabe killed him. Not WWE. I've watched the Wyatt 6 reveal at least 15 times. It's so good, and it's partially because of how much I miss Bray Wyatt and like just everything that he would have been doing up to this point. And we haven't seen anything like it since then, and it was perfectly done. Perfect.
Nah, that's the crazy thing though. We've been seeing it all along. Everybody who's in it, we've been seeing them go through some shit the entire time. And that's because the first time I noticed it was with Nikki when they had that women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And she was just standing in the middle of the ring just staring. And I'm like, that's weird, but whatever. And Bray still wasn't back yet. And I'm like, where the fuck has Bray Wyatt been at? And then like a couple weeks later, they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. That happened. So it just put the brakes on everything because then the same thing with Dexter Lumis. I forgot who he was. I think it was The Miz. He was just like basically chasing him around and freaking him out. And then when we started seeing those matches with Joe Gacy and Dijak, I was like, again, this is another fucking person who's a little bit off their fucking rocker.
Right.
And this is like, I didn't watch NXT, so I didn't even know the story. And then turns out he had his own group of followers. He was, I guess, a decent person, but then all that shit got taken away from him, so he lost it. Same thing with Dexter, and then same thing with Nikki. And Nikki's was crazier because she was like basically a superhero like face.
Yeah.
But she was just getting her ass beat, so then she just gave up on it.
Yeah, then they immediately they like killed her character. I've seen a lot of things about Nikki before. Like after that, they killed her character, and then she won. Do you know she was the last 24/7 champion?
That's funny.
And do you know how she became the last ever 24/7 champion? How there was no more after that? Because she did a segment backstage where she was walking with whoever the fuck she was with at that time, and this is where she started to become the trance thing, and she was like doing this weird like ditzy thing, and she was walking backstage, and she was written in to accidentally throw the 24/7 belt into the trash, so that there is the segment. She's walking by trash cans and she just like kind of tosses it off of her shoulder. She misses the trash cans though. So there's always like people online who are like, the 24/7 belt's actually out there somewhere. Somebody has it. It's probably our truth. But no, that's how they wrote off the 24/7 champ. Nikki Cross won it and then threw it away by accident. Vince! Woo! Vince, baby.
I'm trying to think what other I think there was some women's championship they like literally threw into the trash like on TV before.
Oh yeah.
And there's another like they're not real good about writing belts out. No. It's just like, hey, don't write it out, just drop it. Just drop the whole damn thing.
Yeah. Well, like when they dropped the US spinner belt, or like when fucking JBL.
JBL had, I just seen a clip about that shit, and I was just like, oh, that's what happened to that thing?
Caught it on fire in a trash can. Okay. Everybody watching. Okay. I mean, you could have just not had it anymore, and we would have been like, okay. It had the same effect as if you would have just been like, we went back to this. So we were like, all right.
story, bro.
Cool story, man. Yeah, cool story writing. The masks are incredible. The complete what's the word I want to look for? Just I guess mystery behind it all. But yeah, just the look of the take. If anything wasn't perfect in that, then it might have like taken away from it a little bit. But every spot, every moment of that was perfect, and just so happy. Fucking Corey Graves crying at his desk. I'm like, that's also awesome, because it was crazy. It's like, that is a very, they're gonna on TikTok, they're gonna loop that moment. They're already doing it right now, where it's like the moment that Bo Dallas comes out, Uncle Howdy, and he starts smiling as he sees all the fireflies, and I'm like, genuine happiness on his face, like. And that's what's great about his character, is that he can display that, and it's creepy looking, but genuine happiness. Like, I mean, he's doing it right. Like, that's all that we're worried about, is this going to get done right? And the first thing that they're doing was done perfectly. I think anybody would be confident to say that that's exactly how Bray would want that to happen if he was alive.
Yeah, for sure. I think that was my only concern when they pretty much showed their hand when for the at the end of the Braid documentary. Like, they have the lantern still on, and then I think a door opens or something, or that's when Bo walks in, and I'm just like, if they continue with this shit, they better do it right, because if they fuck it up, then it's gonna be DOA.
Yeah, for sure. So, and here's the thing, is that an awesome entrance is an awesome entrance. You set the bar high, and that's the problem now, because you guys got to come out, and whoever your first target is, you got to really sell us on this story. We're already in, so it's not going to be that hard to sell us. But you got to do it right, otherwise, yeah, it'll die off quickly. And realistically, when they give Bo Dallas something that's good, same thing for Bray Wyatt. It's like saying, well, Bo Dallas fucked on the fucking believe shit, when he sold that with all of his heart. You could tell he sold that every day to the fullest extent. It just sucked. It's just like, you know, nobody liked Husky Harris. Fucking you just got to have a better role, that's all.
Yeah, I just like how everyone's collectively ignoring him being a douchebag, like, after ditching the whole belief thing, and he was somebody's like entourage, and they were always getting their ass beat. It was him and somebody else. I don't remember who, but
yeah, I remember that.
Like, he was still in the WWE for like a little bit after that.
I think he was in something,
but he was just Corbin, always getting his ass beat.
I think it was him and Baron Corbin, I think.
I don't know. I still see him as goddamn Applebee's manager anyway. So.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. So people are talking about who. So here's the thing. It's the Wyatt Six. There's 5 of them. So they're wondering who's the 6th member. You know, I want it to be what they're speculating, which is they're saying that the Lantern's the 6th member, and it's the soul of Bray Wyatt. And I'm like, that would be what I would want. Other people are saying it's Alexa Bliss, and I'm like, here's why I don't want that. I'm not going to shit on Alexa Bliss, because I personally am not the biggest fan of her, but I'm not going to take that. I just think that this is a great moment for Nikki Cross to shine, and if you put Alexa...
Another blonde that Joe doesn't like.
Yeah, you blonde bitches. I just think that
blonde hair, blue eyes.
Hate it. I just think this is the perfect moment for Nikki Cross to shine. Like, this is a great shtick for her. This is gonna be, and if you put Alexa Bliss in it, nobody's gonna even. It's just what's gonna happen. Nobody's gonna pay attention to Nikki Cross anymore, and then it's gonna fizzle out Nikki Cross from the. I just want it to be her, be the focal point woman in the group, and that's all. If it was already both of them, I wouldn't care. If it was just Alexa Bliss, I wouldn't care. But it's just Nikki Cross right now, and I just don't want them to make this whole big thing about Alexa Bliss, because she shouldn't be a focal point in it. Really, it's better when it's about whatever else they're going to do with other people, and the group's already set right there. You know, we don't need a big reveal of fucking Alexa Bliss. It'd be a better reveal if we were like, why are you guys freaking about who it is? He's right here. He's with us always, and then fucking show Bray Wyatt. You know, well, the Lantern. We'll see. What do I know?
I'm just here.
Yeah. Really, the biggest thing to talk about on NXT is 2 things I want to talk about. Joe Hendry got fucked over. Shawn Michaels, he's coming for you, bitch.
Good time. They need to what do you call it? TNA needs to reevaluate working with WWE because there's been nothing but bad things, honestly. Like how you take their champion, their knockout champion, and just have her lose.
Yeah.
I get not winning another company's belt and all,
right?
But then to have fucking what's her name, Tatum?
Tatum Paxley, yeah.
Yeah, her come out at one of their pay-per-views, damn near dead silence. Because they're just like, who the fuck is that? But all right, cool, whatever. Kind of a squash match, but also interference. And then you bring over probably the most over male talent over there, who's not even a belt holder, and you just have him come in and cut a promo and get his ass beat and just thrown out. It's just like, come on now. Give us fucking something, bro. And I get it, but still.
And it's like a few things on that. It's like, one, Joe Hendry himself talks about it like, you know, out of kayfabe, and he's like so happy with it. He loves the whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's great. So just as fans, it just doesn't make any sense to us. And I agree with Bully Ray, who says that, you know, when you look at it, nobody else got entrance music, and he cut a promo and nobody else got to say anything. So that's in fair. WWE eyes, yes, that's actually pretty big, because some of our biggest stars, they skipped.
They were all in the ring already.
Yeah.
They cut to commercial, came back, everyone's in there, and then we hear Joe.
I forgot on Friday, I forget who it was a female star, they skipped her intro, and I was like, she's a huge, it was like I can't believe I'm forgetting who it was, but I think someone came out and they were like, already in the ring, and I was like, yo, did they just skip her entrance? I couldn't believe it. So some of our biggest stars still to this day get their fucking time cut. So to have Joe Hendry come over, hit the song, to cut the promo, that is good for him. And also, it might be a difference. I think there's going to have to be a meet in the middle somewhere at some point, because it's definitely a difference in TNA. You know, WWE is on a different level of writing, and that's not to say that it's usually better, but it's a different level. So for TNA, who might be like, yeah, you know, old school, like, let's get in there, let's showcase our guys. For WWE, you know, Paul's going to be like, well, hold on. How about we bring him in? He cuts a mean promo. You know, we get him even more behind him. He gets bullied out, and then he comes back to do something bigger. And, you know, that's just the way that WWE thinks always. Bigger thoughts, longer story time, longer storytelling. And TNA fans don't want that, right? Because that's not what they're doing. They're doing like, we're building it and playing it as we go. Let's go. Rock and roll, baby. So it is bullshit. I'm not saying that I agree with any of it at all. I just think that it's a weird, it's our first time. Oh my God, guys, it's our first date. It's literally our first girlfriend. Guys, calm down. We're trying to figure it out.
This is like the third at this point.
Yeah. The first two don't count. That was under Vince.
Nah, that fucking Jordan Greaves came into the fucking Royal Rumble.
Oh, well,
and she came back.
Yeah.
Lost, went back home, beat basically a nobody. And then they just said, hey, Joe, come on down. Hey there, buddy.
we want you to do something for us.
We heard that all we got to do is say your name and you appear, bro. Can you make that happen? Can you make that happen?
And he said, I believe in Joe Hendry. Boom, boom. From London and Paris and Tokyo. Better. All right. NXT, they need to fucking figure it out with the goddamn North American title. Obafemi going out there and cutting a mean promo.
I was going to say which North American title.
Oh yeah, the female one. I don't agree with what's her name being the champion either, but it had to go to somebody to start off with. Should have been Jada Parker, Mi Chin, or anybody else who's over with the crowd. But sure, go with Kaylani Jordan, who's somewhat over with the crowd. Whatever. It
should have been Mi Chin, because y'all brought her over through SmackDown
for sure.
Damn near no reason at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to put people over, but still.
Yeah, but it's still. I mean, Becky Lynch came back and became the NXT champion. When she was already a multi-women's champion.
Oh, it was just because she never won that shit when she was in NXT. That was the only reason she had it, because that technically made her a Grand Slam champion.
Okay.
Was getting that belt.
Fair enough. Fuck. Oh yeah, Obafemi. Obafemi comes out, cuts a fucking mean promo just for Wesley to come back out, and Oba and me were like, this fucking guy. I like Wesley. I like the cardiac kid, but I'm like, listen here, Oba. Now you're gonna give me another chance, all right, Wes? Okay, you don't fucking know me, motherfucker. Oba's like, hold on, let me get down here. What'd you just say? I can't fucking hear. And I'm not even fully making fun of your height, doggy. He's a fucking mountain of a man. He launches you 7 feet in the air every time he wrestles with you. Stop it. Stop it. No.
You're literally fighting your older brother at this point.
Yeah, for real. And my last thought on NXT is that, just fucking push Dijak back down to NXT. What are we doing here? You've drafted him to Raw. He's done nothing on Raw since you've let in the other woman that they brought from NXT to Raw, Valkyria, and the other girl. They've been on. Valkyria's been on a fucking PLE for the end of the fucking Queen of the Ring. What's her name? Did a qualifier match. I don't even remember her name. And Dijak's just doing Dijak ratio on Twitter.
He's doing main event, which I didn't know was still a thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
that. And
then
he did a speed match last week. He lost against fucking Xavier Woods, and it's just like, bro, come on now.
Do you think
you drafted him off air? You're doing all of his matches not on television.
It's crazy, man. You could have made him NXT champ or North American champ, and he would have fucking. And Darnell, how Darnell says, he would have gone on a fucking demon run. He would have fucking been the greatest NXT or North American champion you ever fucking had. And instead, you drafted him up and made him do fucking nothing. And you know what's crazy is, again, Trick Willie's so over that he shouldn't even be on NXT anymore. He should be up in the main show.
Yeah, the second, because they only did it one time, they put him on SmackDown to go help Carmelo. And he came out and got that big ass popper. He did the edge. He was just like, oh shit. Yeah, I gotta go help. And that should have been like, hey, push him. Just fuck everybody else.
When the champion and like other like big stars are not only making references to your shtick on the main show, but not only that, but when they do it, the crowd no longer cares about what the champion and the main stars are doing. They're just chanting, whoop that trick. Yeah, I think it's time for you to be on the main show. Like, and the problem is that I was explaining this to deaf ears the other day, but I'm like, the problem is that they don't have a successor for him. If they get rid of Trick Willie, who's going to hold the NXT title that can run the company well? They don't got nobody. I mean, you should just give it back to the Don. The Don's doing great with everything right now, but I mean, realistically, I don't think that he's doing great with other stuff. So you don't have a face to get put on the NXT title. Ilya's gone. Fucking Carmelo's gone. Fucking Dijak's gone. I mean, I don't know. That's why, you know what? I figured it out right there. I just figured it out in my head. Drop the title back to West so that way you can be a bunch of small guys again doing North American, and then Oba challenge Trick for the title. That'd be good.
Yeah, that definitely work out better. But since they're just like, remember that cruiserweight thing we did, 205 Live? Yeah, let's keep it in the trash can.
Word.
Because that's essentially what they've been doing. It's just like, bring that shit back, bro.
Well, and just didn't they bring back cruiserweight with that purple fucking belt that they did?
Yeah, that's what 205 Live was. That was a cruiserweight division.
Ass.
Like, it was good, but y'all just didn't do shit with it. Y'all didn't really televise it. Because I think that shit was, like, I think it was online. Because I think NXT used to be, like, online only, and then you only had the pay-per-view matches, like, on TV. And it was usually not the week, but, like, the day before a pay-per-view, or, like, a lot of the takeovers were, like, right, like, the day before WrestleMania, from what I remember. Like, the black and gold shit.
Right.
Because that's the only reason I never fucking knew about shit about NXT, because it was online. I was like, I didn't watch shit like that all the time, so I just never really knew about it.
I wish NXT looked like how it used to. I really do. When I see the clips from back then, I'm like, looks so much better. How it used to look with the carpeted, like that black carpet ring and a darker arena. I like that, but At this point, I would just go for the black ring, like the carpeted ring or whatever. I like that more. SmackDown was, again, with it being the best week in wrestling, SmackDown was the best SmackDown of this year. Probably in the past few years is the best SmackDown of all time. Again, everything setting up perfectly between Logan and LA. That's setting up perfectly. You know, a decent sneak attack by Logan. LA Knight just being LA Knight. Perfect setup. But
I was knocked the hell out because the previous this is all last week. I wasn't getting a lot of sleep to the point where I took Thursday off. Still didn't sleep all that fucking day, basically. And then went to work, like to the point where my eyes felt like I had weights, but also somebody was just holding matches to my eyes. Like they were burning that fucking bad.
Damn.
I had to go to sleep. So I like wake up finally at like 1 a.m. and my dumb addict ass gets straight onto TikTok. And I'm just scrolling, and there's just that one dude that I the video had sent. I just seen that. And I was just like, who the fuck could they have possibly like gotten to help? I first thought I was like, oh, maybe Jimmy came back on some Stockholm syndrome shit. Yeah. And then I was like, those are dreads. There's only one of them with fucking red dreads, bro. I fucking woke up immediately and was just like, thank you. Fucking yes, finally.
So good.
He's finally fucking here, bro. Fucking Jacob Fatu, and he just immediately destroys everybody.
we got so close to them. Did you hear that what they were gonna call him? They were thinking about changing his name when he came over.
Oh my god.
They were
so what?
This is what they had slated. Caesar Sokoa. That's what they were gonna call him. And it's kind of like being reported that like a day or two before his come out on Friday, they were like, let's just stick with Jacob Fatu. And I'm like, that's all.
Like, yeah, this is what everybody knows him as. Why the fuck would you change his name?
It's somewhere in the archives. It's always going to be there that somebody had that idea and they were thinking about it. They were like, because you know
they were shot in that meeting like, immediately. So why would you bring somebody that everybody knows his name is one thing right now? He obviously looks like his dad too at that. Fucking Tonga kid, and then you're just gonna change his name just cause? It's like, no. How about, you got Tonga and fucking the other one?
Tama.
They came straight from New Japan, didn't change their names. Why the hell would you change his?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, bro.
That's like, I don't think they're gonna add any more. I know there was another member that they were talking about adding, and then I forget. It's like the brother to one of the Tongas, and then they were gonna name him Tala Tonga because he's taller than everybody. I don't think they're gonna bring that guy around, but also if they do, I hope they don't name him Tala Tonga because that would piss me off hearing that. That would make me genuinely irate watching the show if I saw another fucking Bloodline member come out and they're like, it's Tala Tonga. I'd be like, no.
That'd be fucking off. I'm like, is Vince back there? It sounds like Vince is back there.
For real. Yeah, man. Jacob Fatu, perfect. Fucking Tonga Loa was like, I mean, he didn't have a better entrance than me. Everybody's like, yes, he did. Dude, his entrance to the company was sick as fuck. He bruised Cody's ribs. Cody's ribs are fucked up right now.
Yeah, I kind of wish they would stop doing those spots.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, every time it happens, I'm like, someone's definitely getting hurt next time.
Yeah.
Because there's been quite a few people who do that shit, and I'm just like, hey, let's chill out.
And Jacob,
because the end of that table has not been given out like it's supposed to.
Yeah, for
a
real.
lot of the time.
Yeah. Fucking Evans from NXT got hit with it. Ricochet got hit with it. Fucking it's
like, let's stop. At least do it from the middle of the ring. Let's stop going to the fucking post.
Right. Yeah.
And doing it.
Yeah, and the way Jacob hits that splash too, he puts his hands back too, so he coming down with that stomach on you.
Yeah, that's all weight. Nah, he didn't even got his stomach no more. That man lost a lot of weight.
He's shredded, yeah,
before he came in, yeah. I figured they'd keep him still big because it's like that's what made him more impressive, that he was that big and still moving around like that. And it's like, that's fucking scary. I don't want that coming near me, bro. Jesus Christ.
And what a good playoff to, like, you know, Cody and them, they're cornering Solo. Solo's do. I was. It was perfect because I was freaked out. I was like, why is Solo being a little bitch now? Solo would have at least, you know, you got to like roll out or something. You're right there. Perfect. Just starts laughing at him like, you dummies. Jacob, bam. So good, man.
And I think the better thing that happened with it was that wow, that looks annoying. That's annoying. Was that after they were done and both Tongalo and Tamatonga, they were both looking at each other like, what the fuck's going on? Like,
What the hell?
either there's two things. It's either they didn't know about him like at all, or they're just like, oh fuck. This is because the whole thing, and I think it was Corey Graves that said he's like, this is the one family member that they didn't ever want to say anything about because he's been outside fucking up, which is hilarious. It's like, we don't talk about this one.
I guess he has like I was on Mania, I heard about it. He has like an actual criminal record too. So like that was like something they were kind of like trying to work around
that's
too.
why he wasn't in the WWE before because of that. Because he was, I think he said he was 18 when he was in jail, and then he saw Jimmy and Jay wrestling, and he's like, all right, I guess I'll wrestle. Because he's like, I can't be a criminal. I got to be here for all these damn kids.
Yep.
Look at 7 kids. What's wrong with
Jesus,
you? Damn.
Jacob. Jesus, Mr. Fatu.
Bro just said, I'm going to be the Samoan stereotype. We just got a big ass family. He got 7. So, yeah, after he got out of jail is when Rikishi was training him, and then he was just running this California circuit and then MLW. And then, strangely enough, same thing with Zilla, fucking up outside, criminal record. Nobody wants to touch him. And it's just like, bro, just give these people a chance. Like, yeah, sure, they fucked up, but they're not complete career criminals where like you gotta actually worry about it.
Yeah, they're also
like, they
young
got out and were like good. Yeah, that too. And then the funny thing I like seeing, like people are like, "Damn, Jacob's 32. Why he look so old?" And somebody in the comments like, "You've been in jail."
yeah, for real.
That does shit to people, bro.
Oh yeah, that'll age you quicker than most jobs. That quicker. That shit's stressful. I get stressed thinking about jail.
He's like, he looks older than Jimmy and Jay, but he's younger than them because Jimmy and Jay are like 46 or something, which is hilarious when you think about it. It's like, damn, y'all old.
Bunch of old ass cousins over there. Shit. Yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for Bloodline 2.0. Bloodline 2.0, and then I'm excited for it's gonna happen. Jimmy's gonna come back. Roman's gonna come back. Gonna reform it. Do the Bloodline Civil War. It's gonna be fucking sick. But let's talk about how scared Paul Heyman is. He's so scared. Paul Heyman. I gotta say something that I would love to know about how he's currently like getting in character for this, because I saw a video by Amia that was like top 10 like things of like people have done to like that were real for their character. And when Roman and Brock were having their match, and then Paul did like the vignette where he was like getting, you know, interviewed, and he like looked like he was crying, and he was supposed to be looking like he was disheveled and he hadn't slept in days. And that was like the story he was portraying because of this, what's been so difficult for him. And he stayed up for, I think they said 48 hours. If not, it was 24 hours, but he stayed up for like a long amount of time, if not like over a day for sure. Stayed up the whole night so that way he could look dead fucking tired when he went to the interview, and then cut a mean interview, like fucking really good, and then that was it. So I'm like, I can only imagine that he's what he's playing off of now, but he looks so scared of the bloodline. It's such good acting.
Yeah, you went from order to complete chaos, and you can't really do much about it. Especially when you call yourself the wise man, and you really can't do wise man shit no more.
Nope. You know, Solo, please listen to me. If you just wise man, I've got this. And him telling fucking Paul, Roman's never coming back. I'm like, well, first of all, now we know he's coming back at SummerSlam or something. But second of all, that's scary as fuck for Paul. And CM Punk coming out, best in the world, hanging out with Paul Heyman. Take me with you. Take me with you, Punk.
And yeah, it's like, this is what it's gonna get you.
Yeah.
It's gonna get you taken to Dove City in your hometown.
dude.
Bloodied up by an angry Scottish man.
First of all, what a mean drop on the stage. Drew said, hey, fuck this dumbass motherfucker, and just dropped his set. I could hear bitter CM Punk. Ow. Fucking.
Facts. He probably did. Like, I mean, like, I think you can see his face when he drops, but like, he probably was definitely thinking it.
Yeah,
like,
for
God
sure.
damn, dude.
You don't have to drop me like that, motherfucker. God damn. Yeah, that was awesome. That, you know, and it just shows with like a little bit of fake blood and some fucking banging on a goddamn garage door. That's all we got. We got fake blood, banging on a garage door, and Drew looked mean as shit. That's it. And then he carried him, which was also dope. I'm like, he's gonna carry that man all the way out front? No.
Here's your boy.
Here's your fucking hero. Yeah.
Left him there.
Bars, Drew. Bars without saying nothing. He dropped them, and everybody in the crowd was like, They don't make content like this no more."
Say we will in 6 months.
And then Drew pops right back up on social media and then posts his fucking new profile picture, and it's the bloody CM Punk face. Fuck. Yeah, everything's all coming together. Shouts out the new RKO merch too. Already, they got it. They were wearing it. They're best friends. It's official.
Oh, they had new merch.
I don't know if it's on the store or not, but Randy and KO were wearing RKO shirts. Pretty cool looking.
It was the only thing. Literally, the only thing I watched from Saturday was the Jacob thing. That was it.
Right.
They got Y6 merch up. Free Otis. He's free, guys. Y'all can probably stop wearing that shirt now. Still selling it. The Jacob shirt is already best selling.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Which I'm probably gonna buy.
Mr. Fatu. That's what I call him. Show some respect. Okay. Well, everything we could go on about SmackDown. There was a lot that happened, but those were the main focal points. I say how much better SmackDown was. Yeah, we had so much more to talk about on Raw, but yeah, SmackDown crushed it yet again. This week was amazing. I don't know that they keep this momentum to make a perfect episodes for the next week or so, but what they have done is that every episode right now leading into the next few PLEs is must watch for sure. Like these storylines, you're gonna want to keep up with all of them. We're gonna be keeping up with all of them, and we're gonna be talking about them every week here on Growing Up Kayfabe. Guys, we'll see you next week. Peace.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.